Hey, what's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Got a banger fight to talk about. Paulo Costa versus Cannonier. Damn. These guys are similar in some ways. I can't see how this fight's going to be boring. Like I said, should be a banger. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with Cannonier. Currently competes in the UFC middleweight division, but he's fought in 3 weight classes: heavyweight, light heavyweight, and now middleweight. Cannonier lost his last fight against Robert Whittaker. No shame in that. Whittaker's an all-time great, former champ. Before that, he was on a 3-fight win streak, all stoppage wins. He beat David Branch, Anderson Silva, and Jack Hermanson. Cannonier is a physically imposing individual, very strong. The guy's a tank. He seems to have upped his fitness, upped his conditioning, and he's been looking like an absolute beast at middleweight. As a fighter in that cage, he's very aggressive, heavy-handed. Everything he throws at you looks like it hurts. Throws a variety of strikes on the feet, punches, kicks, knees, elbows. Has a really nasty overhand right. Sneaks that in exchanges. Jared has brutal ground and pound. Good luck to you if you're on the ground with Cannonier and he has top position, smashing you with elbows. Good luck. Paulo Costa's fight style. The guy is a predator. He stalks you in the cage. He's very physically imposing, huge for 185. Honestly, I have no idea how he cuts weight to make 185. I've read he's ballooned up to 240 pounds. He has nasty body kicks. His punches, hooks to the body, also absolutely brutal. Costa likes to walk guys down, loves to engage, box them in against the cage, unload shots to the head and body. But I'm telling you, that left hook to the body is nasty and money. He's shown pretty solid takedown defense. I think that's getting better and better. Big time killer instinct. When he sees you're hurt, he really puts the pressure on and goes for the finish. His stoppage ratio kind of tells the whole story. So the matchup. How could this fight possibly play out between Paulo Costa and Cannonier? Guys, this is like 2 bulls colliding in an arena. 2 trains, 2 trucks. Both of these guys come forward. They try to go for the finish. They're both aggressive. I think 1 shot KO power. For me, I think Cannonier is a little more heavy-handed, but Paulo Costa definitely has power. They're comparable as far as like the stopping power. But the edge for me, Cannonier by a little bit. Ground game as far as like the wrestling, I have to give it to Cannonier. Cannonier is very good in the top position, but Costa is very well versed in BJJ. I believe he has a black belt. We don't really get to see him use those skills because he's rarely on the ground. I don't really see guys taking him down to the mat like that. Would Cannonier have success getting Paulo Costa to the mat? Maybe, maybe not. I'm inclined to say he's going to have a hard time because Paulo Costa is very physical. He's a very strong guy. And when you get in on him, he's cracking you with hooks, uppercuts, and making you pay. I think this fight's going to be a stand-up war. Cannonier has better footwork to me. I've seen some really good head movement from Cannonier. Costa, when he wants to, has good head movement. But for the most part, he kind of just walks guys down, not really caring too much about their strikes, and he tries to get in range to unload on you. He's very confident in his stopping power, his ability to hurt guys, to overwhelm them. That's what makes this fight so exciting, because Cannonier's game. These guys are simply going to clash in that cage. It's going to be a gunfight, shot for shot, who's going to fall. In some ways, they're kind of similar in their striking style. They're not flashy, meat and potato striking, body kicks, head kicks, hooks and uppercuts, crushing straight punches, very evenly matched guys. I think overall in this fight, I'm going to have to give the edge to Paulo Costa. That's based on his youth. Cannonier hasn't really been showing signs of slowing down. He's looked great, but he is 37 years old and Costa's 30. You'd be kidding yourself if that's not a factor. I feel like in this fight, Costa pretty much would be the one coming forward, walking Cannonier down, and I can see Cannonier playing into that a little bit, trying to slide out of strikes and counter. Costa has to watch out for those Cannonier overhands because they're brutal. Cannonier has to watch out for those body kicks, but then again, he can catch one, maybe score a takedown, and I'm curious to see how Paulo Costa handles being on the bottom. when somebody has top position, smashing on him. That could be the key to victory, the route to victory for Jared Cannonier. But I think overall it's going to be hard to get Costa down. I would say for me, 60-40 Paulo Costa, but it can go either way. Once again, these guys are so similar in styles. I just think right now, it's a little bit more Paulo Costa's time. No shame in losing to Israel Adesanya. Adesanya could pretty much school anybody on the feet. In this fight, we're going to see who bullies who imposes their will, and I think it's going to be Paulo Costa doing that. Or he can get cracked by a big shot from Jared Cannonier. We're going to have to see how this one plays out. Close one, 60-40 Paulo Costa for me. Anyway, guys, you let me know in the comment section who takes this fight and why. I think this is a crazy fight. Two beasts, two tanks going at it. Exciting. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If this is your first time at the channel, consider hitting that sub button. Share as it helps the channel grow. Appreciate it, guys. And until the next segment, you all take care. Enjoy this fight.